Good job stopping a scammer, Seth. Hello, gamer family. Chapter 10. I just came off of, well, wait for Seth to get on, since this is our scheduled time. I got ready a little early, I know, right? I'm early, I know. I was playing some Engage, so I was just like pressing the wrong button. I was like, oh wait, that's not what it is in this game. I was finally working on completing the Fel Xenologue on one of my old profiles. So yeah. If I remember correctly, it'll go right into dialogue, which is why yep. No. Shut up, you hoe. Always be mad. Mad in 08. That's an old one from the history books.
Solon and his lackeys. Their whereabouts have been discovered. Apparently they're lurking in the sealed forest, not too far from the
They're lurking
monastery.
in my mom. Oh.
Rhea has called back all of the knights who were out searching to round them up. Seems like it could take some time for them to make it back here, but she didn't ask for our help.
Anyways, YouTube, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm waiting for a Doctor Who trailer to drop today.
It's only natural that you would
I will literally
stop
stop recording to watch the trailer.
No.
When that trailer drops, I will literally pause the game and focus on my computer and just stop caring about anything. If it's like happening during story, then you're not going to really notice anything. But if it's during gameplay, I'm just going to drop everything.
I know how you must despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now.
Please, Professor, do not act carelessly.
Shut up!
I ask that you leave this to us.
I can act carelessly if I
Losing you
want.
so soon
Exactly.
after losing Gerald would be unbearable.
Listen, Rhea, and Lady Rhea, this move is the most strategic. The
Dang,
military
he called her
strategy
by
I'm devising will
her
soon
first
echo
name.
across Fodlan's history. I'm sure of it. Just think about it. Most of the knights are still far away, and we can't afford to have Seth and friends abandon the monastery. So the only person who can take action now also happens to be our best
Interesting.
commander. It's Teach, and wherever Teach leads, we'll follow. And since you've taught us that this sort of thing is always a possibility, we're already prepared for battle. We can buy the knights more time, not for revenge, but for a defensive attack on behalf of the monastery.
Professor, do you agree with this strategy? Understood. I will give you the order. Destroy the enemy that is hiding in the sealed forest.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Don't tell me what to do! Oh yeah, I have warp now,
Whatever
YouTube.
happens, you shall overcome.
We have our orders, Teach. Now all that's left is to pull out a miracle.
Okay, I feel like there was something I wanted to do on this screen, but I literally do not. Oh, that's all. I just wanted to put him back in Wyvern. Wait, what? Okay. Don't know. It clearly wasn't important. Because I definitely would have remembered it for an entire week if it was important. Yeah. For some reason, the Yuri paralog never unlocked. Like, he's recruited, right? No, he's not. No wonder the Yuri paralog didn't unlock. He's not recruited. I was waiting on it to unlock. I was like, why isn't it unlocking? I'm also going to be recruiting Ash because I want the boots from his paralog. Again, just like with Black Eagles, I'm literally recruiting Ash just so I can get boots.
Thank you.
So, yeah. That's just the kind of guy I am. I want my boots! I want my boots!
The sealed forest is up ahead. Visibility is awful there, so everyone needs to be extra cautious.
You seem to know a lot about it. It is just a forest, isn't it?
Have you been there too? Oh, never mind. Listen, just like I told the Archbishop, this is not a war of vengeance. It's a riddle, so to speak. Those guys are undoubtedly planning something terrible, We need some kind of clue as to what. The attack on the Holy Mausoleum, Flayn's kidnapping, that foul business in Remire, the demonic...
It was
visits at the
Edelgard.
chapel. It can't go on. We need to
The
figure
Holy
out
Mausoleum
their objective and
was
stop
not
them from
Edelgard.
achieving it.
That was
That's
those who
our
slither,
mission.
technically.
So we have our mission now. We had better not fail.
It is a difficult task, but we will succeed.
It is time to repay the kindness of the professor who saved my life.
An enemy whose objective you don't understand is a frightening prospect.
We're gonna destroy him. It's our mission!
I will have my revenge, whatever it takes. On that, I will never budge.
Leonie, you will have what you seek.
I'll admit, vengeance sounds pretty nice, but don't forget that we're here for information. Luckily, we can easily find what we're looking for while getting revenge for Geralt. Right, Teach?
Anyways. Come on, Doctor Who, do something. It's just like it's just like the poking the thing with the stick being like, come on, do something meme. That's what's happening right now. Yeah, I'm gonna exclude you, Cyril, because you're still like higher level than a majority of people in my army. Who are you? Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's actually perfect. Who is Stride? I swear, if you're the one with Stride, I'm actually gonna kill. Why am I so dumb? I gave Stride to my Warper! Dumbass! Okay, it's going on Raphael instead. If he can frickin' use it, actually. What level is it? I forget, it always defaults. It's a B. What level are you able to use? So you're not able to use it. Okay. How about you? Nope, you're a flyer. No, you're my dancer. You can't have it either. How about you? Ah! Okay. And then I'll have Lysithia, I give her Dusker Knights. Okay. Okay. Claude? Yup. Random schmuck that can rally Claude. Okay. Okay. Boom. Boom. No. Boom. And then wait, who did I give it to? Ignatz. No, you cannot be there. Yeah. This should work like a dream. Like a dream SMP.
How kind of them to welcome us with some demonic beasts. They're not playing around.
At least you're welcoming us with something, Claude. Stop being ungrateful.
Hello, you're...
We've seen that dialogue too many times. Yeah, 3 times is too many times as far as I'm concerned.
Well done.
Ooh, I
stand
didn't
ready.
hit you in there.
Leave it to me.
You can move here. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Ready and willing.
There. Since I have the Viscum, I don't think I actually need to do this strategy at all. I actually think that this is overkill because of, this really is overkill.
Stay focused.
Oh, he's one away from hitting Crania without needing warped. I literally could have had Claude hit Crania without doing any of this. With just the stride. That actually would have been enough. This did not need to happen. I have Viscum. That was literally useless.
Oh,
It was actually useless. It was actually useless. It was actually useless. It didn't work. Wait! It would have! I just need to use something that wasn't the Viscum. Okay, it doesn't
Stay
matter.
focused.
Just do this.
I stand ready.
Don't need to worry about warp at all.
You're a fool.
Bingus! Bingus!
Leave it to me.
Stay focused.
You're a fool.
I stand
There,
ready.
now I have 3 attempts to hit. Seen this a bajillion times. You've seen it twice, YouTube. I've seen it.
what was that? Where did you go, Professor?
They were swallowed by the mystical darkness of the forbidden spell. An eternity wandering in a void of nothingness, never to return to this world. To think, we almost had the sword of the Creator.
I don't believe anything you say. Our professor is still alive. That's right. Our professor is no ordinary human.
I refuse to believe that Teach would die in a place like this.
It is possible that death has yet to find your friend, but there are worse things than death. Drifting through the darkness with no chance of escape, overwhelmed with
Sounds sexy.
It must.
Hey, all I hear is good news. Teach is still alive. And if that's true, then there's only one thing to do. Defeat you while we wait for Teach's triumphant return.
Prepare yourself. We will avenge our leader here and now.
How trite. But if you wish for pain, I shall oblige. If you prefer it so, you shall also be added to the ranks of the dead.
You fool!
Teach. You are Teach, right? I always believed in you. I knew you could cut your way out of anything. Let's go ahead and take down Solar, and then we can reflect on what happened.
What did you see in the darkness of Zaharas? This should be impossible. The only being that can withstand that darkness is... Unless I dispose of you myself, I may never have the chance to send you back there.
You'll never have the chance to send me back there, you crappily written character of waste of space.
Yeah, maybe you're just bad at your job.
And willing.
No, maybe about that one, Seth. Viscum clearly does no damage. That clearly does all the damage in the world.
By you.
I'm glad you're terrified me, you bing bong!
To think
Get binged
that
to
I
the
would
bong!
lose to mere beasts.
I still have much to learn.
Get
are a beast.
wrecked!
But this is not the end.
It is the end. You're done. You're over. It's Jover. Shut up. That took longer than I expected, YouTube.
My, thank you so much.
This is the only map of this video. We're going to do a crap ton of supports now.
I'll be honest, when I lost sight of you, I broke into a cold sweat. But
I
Gerald's killer
literally
is
do not
dead.
care about
All's
you.
well that ends well. You're kidding, right? I understood putting it off while we were in battle, but now that it's over, just go ahead and spit it out. That hair, those eyes, that unfathomable power. What happened out there?
Okay, time to ignore anything relating to Fire Emblem.
You mean to tell me that an entity who claims to be the goddess was living in your mind? And it's been that way since you were a baby? And this
Dr.
goddess
Taylor
entrusted
reaction,
all
essentially
of her
YouTube, except you
goddess-like
can't hear
power
it
to
or
you
see it,
and
you
then
can only see
vanished.
me.
It's a difficult story to swallow, Teach. But the way you look now, I guess I've got no choice but to believe it. How could something like that happen?
This episode's out by the
There
time
must
this
be a
video's
clue in
up.
Gerald's diary.
This is the 60th
If you
anniversary
believe
special.
The diary, there's a high possibility that Rhea did something to you when you were born. That's likely when all this began. What in the world happened to you as a baby? And what was Rhea after? Teach, what's the matter? Did you trip or... Wait, are you sleeping? This must be an effect of the goddess's power. I wonder if Teach's body can handle the strain. Think, Claude, what now? Should I carry him on my back? Easier said than done.
Kate Stewart! We've had this dialogue, I'll skip it.
Part 1. White Clouds.
Oh, they aren't even trying to hide Kate. Okay. So, he's definitely a returning villain. Almost for oh yeah, he's the Celestial Toy Maker. That confirms it.
Rhea, please talk to me. What are you...
Oh, wow, thanks.
Oh, one shot of Shooty got one. That's all. That was a cock tease. Oh. I don't want his class to be changed! I don't want his class to be changed. It's worse than Wyvern in every way. Wyvern's the better class, baby. Anyways, let's go to supports. Are there any multi-part ones I need to worry about, or did I get all of them? I think I got every support unlocked. Oh, Dapper. Extremely sex. You don't need to worry about what that's supposed to mean. We'll get the only Byleth one out of the way. We'll get all the Byleth ones out of the way.
Hey, Teach, do you believe in gods? I don't necessarily mean the goddess of the Saros religion.
Possessed by
gods
one.
in general. Do you believe
Well,
that incredible
no,
beings
we're not
who control
possessed
the
by one.
fates
We just
of
have
all
the
really
power of
exist?
one. Possession would be what happens in Three Hopes.
That's not the answer I was expecting. Though, honestly, I've recently become a bit of a believer myself. I've always hated the idea of praying to a god. After all, you can only really rely on yourself. I still believe that. You can't win a war by leaving your fate in the hands of a god. Only tangible facts can really decide a war. Which side has the most troops, the best tactics, the better organization and planning. Of course, miracles can happen. And by that, I mean things that are completely outside of your control. Things that only seem to add up if you believe in the concept of fate. Things like, well, like meeting you, for example. You just seem sort of impossible. I think everyone would agree with that. You can wield the sword of the Creator. You're a tactical genius, and you have this strange ability to earn the trust of anyone you cross paths with. Before I met you, I never imagined that it was possible for someone like you to exist. And yet, now that I know you, your presence in
I'm
my life has
rewatching the
quickly
trailer.
become invaluable. In fact, it's hard to imagine making my dreams come true without your help. Because of that, I can't believe for a second that our meeting was just a coincidence. That means it must have been fate. Maybe it was a miracle. Or maybe some god empathized with me in my dreams. Again, I don't mean the goddess of Fodlan, though I suppose it may be hard for you to grasp what I'm talking about. People all over the world have different ideas about who or what the gods are, right? Even in distant lands across the ocean or over the mountains. They have gods who see the world as a whole, who don't care about Fodlan's borders, who don't meddle in our affairs, who don't grant life or take it away. And maybe, sometimes, they'll make a miracle happen. A god like that, that's the sort of god I think I could believe in. Careful, Teach. You'll anger the followers of Seros if you say things like that. I'm just speaking my mind, that's all. I think people should be free to believe in whatever gods they want. If a person believes in a god and that god becomes a support system for them, that's a good thing. That's what a god should be. Anyway, maybe I've overstepped a bit. I knew you'd understand. In any case, let's keep this conversation between the two of us, yeah?
Keeping it clean, sweeping it clean. No more trash, nowhere, no how. Oh darn, there's trash over there. Hey, Professor! The cathedral's a real important place for the Church of Seros, so I always make sure it's all sparkling clean. The monks do some cleaning too, and they tell me not to bother, and sometimes they even say to go away, but they just don't clean as good as I do. I don't stop until everything shines. Nah, not really. And Lady Rhea told me it's okay if I don't show an interest unless I feel like it. And I haven't so far, but I just want to take good care of the things she cares about. If there's a thing she wants taken care of, then I'll do it better than anyone else. What do you think? You'd go the extra mile for Lady Rhea, wouldn't you? Maybe you don't realize how great a person Lady Rhea is. She's always praying hard as she can for her followers
Bro,
all
it's kind
across
of
Fodlan.
creepy
She
how
does
you're
every
like
single day.
constantly
And even though she's
praising
always so
her.
busy, she tries to listen
See,
to
that's
as
why for
many
the
people's
longest time
needs
I
as she can.
actually really didn't
When
like
she's
him at
seen
all.
the
And I'll
kids who
say
lost
this,
their
his
parents
supports
in
have
the
definitely been a
Village,
pleasant
she
surprise
didn't
from what
leave
I
them there.
remember, and he's actually a
She
good
got the
unit.
church to take
But
those kids
shut
in.
the
Same
fuck
as
up
me.
about Rhea!
She's
I
so
swear! It's hard. It's
She's almost
really
like
hard
a
to
mom
like
to
you
all her
when you're
followers, and
Lady
just
Rhea
everybody
this,
that I
Lady
can
Rhea
think
that,
of
Lady
wants
Rhea this, Lady Rhea that. Like, I do like you. I actually
didn't
don't
know?
dislike you, because you've already had a couple of banger supports.
Maybe she likes
But it's
you more
really
than she likes
hard
me.
to continue
But I know
liking
that I
you
know
when
a
you're
whole lot more about her
Lady Rhea, 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 Lady Rhea.
Huh? Well,
Yeah, it comes
just
off
as
as
long as we're all
suspicious,
clear on that.
Cyril.
Like, have some free will and agency, bro. Brohim.
Whew. Time to rest.
Hey, Raphael. This scene, why is it oddly familiar?
It's almost like this stuff is drawn to me whenever
I just realized by the time this video goes up, pretty much all of Shurigatwa's first season will have aired of Doctor Who. Wow, that's crazy to think about. And yet here I am reacting to a 60th anniversary
Isn't
channel.
that right? Well, you're not wrong, but I think most people would consider that only a small part of a knight's duty. A knight's main function is to fight and
I'm gonna
defend.
drink some water and take a
That
thumbnail
said,
image while I
I'll
drink
agree
because
that
I
helping
drink water so
anyone and everyone who needs
sexily.
it makes you a remarkably virtuous person, which is even better.
If someone virtuous becomes a knight, they'll be a virtuous knight, right? That's about as proper as you
I, for one, would certainly look for virtue in any knight that I recruited.
So you're saying I'm the type of knight you want to hire for House Regan?
Absolutely. If I somehow actually manage to become
That's
the head of
already,
my house.
I hit the wrong button. That's already gonna remotely confuse me in editing when I'm like, why do I have different
That is, if you're actually
amounts
able to let
of
somebody help you out
gameplay
rather than
footage
helping
and
out the
me
whole world by
footage?
yourself.
I'm not gonna stop helping others, but you can do me all the favors you want. All this talk of being proper is making me hungry. For my first favor, why don't you bring me a snack?
Okay, this random Twitter poster is thinking that maybe
As
instead
you
of
can
the
see,
Celestial
if we
Toy
could
Maker,
face an enemy on this
Neil
terrain,
Patrick Harris is
I would
actually
go
playing
here,
Fenric.
you would go here.
Hang on. If we're trying
Neil
to repel
Patrick
the
Harris
enemy,
is in Doctor Who now?
Yeah, he's in Doctor Who.
correct?
Huh? I'm not sure that's the best idea. Take a closer look at this map. See?
Okay,
There's
now I
a
need to break it down
graveyard
for
over
real.
here.
Because
Might
I
run
think
into
he's the
some of
toy
those
maker.
ghosts
The
who
Doctor
hate so
recognizes him, but there's literally a shot in the trailer of him like manipulating everything like they're toys.
So help me.
Well, like they're puppets,
Continue
not like they're
treating me like a
toys.
child.
Like they're
I'll-
puppets. If he's
Easy
Fenric,
there.
this
I'm
is
sorry.
already like the greatest
Just
Doctor
don't
Who
start
episode of all
blasting off
time
any
because the Seventh
spells in here.
Doctor is a badass and he
I've
fights
more
Fenric
pride
all the
than to turn
time.
an unarmed soldier
I
to
say all the
cinders.
time, but it's literally one episode, The Curse of Fenric.
It wouldn't kill you to speak to me as an equal.
I
when
actually hope he's
discussing matters
Fenric
as
now. That would
serious as
actually
this.
be badass.
Actually, I see you as more than an equal. There's no questioning the power you wield. And I was being serious about the formation just now. The bit about the ghosts was just me having fun with you. Or trying to. You're so smart, I figured you'd catch on to that right away. But back to the formation. Can you see why I arranged
I like
like
this
I did?
meme, uwus and Scottish.
The area I want you to guard requires the ability to adapt to an
Oohs and
ever-changing
Scottish?
situation.
Uwus and
Who else could I
uwu and
trust with such a
Scottish.
difficult task?
Can you
How do you
uwu
You're
and
my best
Scottish?
bet for something like that.
Perhaps that's true.
How
Think back
would
to the
that
times
even
we fought
sound?
together.
I don't
When
know.
have I ever treated you like a child on the battlefield?
Scottish? I'm gonna
I
Google
depend on you
Scottish
as a kid.
uwu.
I value your power almost as much as I do teaches.
Truly?
I swear to you on all of Fodlan.
I don't
like to have
like
fun.
the results
I wouldn't
of
joke about something like that. I
this.
consider you a
Okay.
valued ally.
Got me
I'll
some
stop now before I
Scottish
inevitably drift back into
TikTok
teasing you again.
girl.
Just know that I meant every word. Okay?
Fair enough then. From
What does
here
it sound
forward,
like?
See to it that you
We're about
treat
to
me with
find
the
out.
respect of an equal. And I admit that you are not short on talent yourself, but don't go getting a big head over it.
What are you writing there, Hilda? Wait, let me guess. You're replying to one of your brother's letters, right?
Of course. It's a pain, but I make sure to always send him a response, otherwise he'll worry. It's much easier than when we lived together.
I just want to hear a Scottish
a
uwu.
small price to pay for this peaceful, brother-free environment.
Well, that's a fine thing to do regardless of your reasons. As for me, it's been far too long since I've written to my parents.
Oh, I thought your father had died.
Scottish people are funny.
Not quite. He's still alive. and
Anyways,
kicking,
I'm
as far as I know.
gonna stop
The late
looking
Duke
that
who
up.
died in an accident was my uncle.
I see. I do recall you mentioning that your mother was born into the Regan family. What's your father like, if you don't mind me asking?
He's quite the extravagant character. When I was a kid, he used to tie me to a horse and drag me around.
Excuse me?
In all fairness, I was quite a little brat.
My
The
thoughts
horse thing
exactly.
sounds worse than it is. There's sort of a trick to it.
A trick I hope I never need to learn. Your mother didn't step in and make him stop?
Gods no, she'd just laugh right along with him. If my father is extravagant, my mother's more like a warrior goddess, or maybe a demon queen. This one time, she got into an argument with my combat instructor and wound up in a full-on fist fight with the guy. What's more, she won. My instructor was a mighty warrior, undefeated in 100 battles, but even he was no match for her.
Huh? But your mother is a lady of nobility.
True, but she was the kind of woman to elope with the man she loved and throw it all away. Not your average duchess at all.
Ooh, they eloped. I like that. It's so romantic. Imagine abandoning your family forever to be with the one you love. Not everyone can do that.
It's not a question of can, it's a question of will.
Come on,
Even someone like you
Reddit, Doctor Who
generally
Reddit,
despises
post a
effort to
discussion
pull out
thread
all
for
the
the
stops for
goddamn
something you
trailer,
care
you
about.
British
Isn't that right?
people.
Excuse me? I put in plenty of effort.
Hey, that was a compliment.
Okay, at least
Anyhow, I
r/slash
look forward to the
Gallifrey
day
has
when
it.
something
The
inspires
r/slash
you to
Doctor Who
try your
doesn't.
Absolute hardest. It will be something to behold.
Claude, what are you doing?
The training equipment needed maintenance, so I thought I'd give it a good cleaning and some oil.
Why is that for you to do?
If you intend to use something a lot, it's on you to take good care of it.
You are a noble who does not have fear of working with hardness or becoming dirty. And you can climb trees. I am impressed.
Thanks, but to be honest, I don't think being a noble really has anything to do with anything. Nobles and commoners are all equal here. We're all buddies. Even you do chores, don't you? Social rank doesn't matter when you put your life in each other's hands. I like that about this place.
I have your same opinion. Status is something chosen by chance, not by a person. Everything became different when I came from Bridget to the Empire. Nobility does not stop life from surprising you.
I know just what you mean. It's not like the ancestors of the nobility or royalty were selected by the goddess herself, after all. What does origin or status matter? In the grand scheme of things, we're all just insignificant mortals. Nobility isn't a matter of birthright alone. At least not in my eyes.
Claude, you are very much strange for a noble.
Thanks, and same to you. You're a princess of Bridget, right? If I'm a strange noble, you are too.
I am normal in Bridget. In Fodlan, you are an abnormality.
An abnormality, am I? Gentleman that I am, I'll go ahead and take that as a compliment.
I think also that your heart is kind. I am thinking.
Okay,
you
BBC
will
literally
be a good
confirmed it's the
king.
toy maker.
I'll remember that. But for now, this equipment.
So
isn't
he's
gonna
not
do
this.
itself.
He's not
I will
Fenric.
be helping you. We will join together our efforts.
That would have been cool though if it was Fenric.
You're an abnormality, princess. A wonderful abnormality.
Yeah, I'm just getting Claude supports out of the way.
Hey, Ignatz. Getting lost in your imagination again?
No, today I am praying. I'm hoping that if I pray with all my might, she will appear before me.
The goddess, you mean?
Yes. Perhaps it's strange to think about such things.
Nah, you're fine. If I had the chance to meet the goddess, I certainly wouldn't say no. Especially your version of the goddess, huh? A total looker, isn't that right?
The real
That's a
question though is,
disrespectful
when
way
are
of
the
putting it.
60th
I
anniversary
just believe
specials
that she's
going
a
up? Are they
divine
going up
beauty.
3 weekends,
She'd
3
have to be,
consecutive days, or none of the
considering
above?
how she
I
mesmerized
swear
the
to
people of
God, if they
Fodlan
just
when she
go up
walked among
on
them.
the 22nd, 23rd, and
No doubt
24th
in
all in a row, or
cultural beauty,
21st,
that one.
22nd, 23rd in a row,
Funny to
I'm
think
gonna
that even now
flip
she
my
must be
lid because
someone,
that'll be
right?
so epic.
Well,
That'll
I
be
guess she's
so
just
hype.
floating on a cloud or whatnot.
But also,
Yes,
it would be a
indeed.
better business
Watching over us from above.
do
And they say
separate
that
days
someday
and
she
not all
will
at
return
once.
to walk amongst us again.
So,
Well, don't mind me. You go ahead and get some good praying in. If the goddess appears, you let me know, okay?
What? No! If she does appear, I want it to just be the goddess and me.
It'll be way better if I'm there too. I'm saying this for your benefit, Ignatz.
Why?
Imagine an incomparable beauty standing before you. Do you really think you'll be able to remain calm?
Well, that is to say...
But if I'm there, I can smooth things over. Have a nice chat, invite her to tea, everything a goddess deserves.
Oh, well, I suppose that makes sense.
Of course it does. Now, get on with it. Pray like you've never prayed before. Marianne, please accept my apologies for my behavior yesterday.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Asking you about your family like that was pretty insensitive of me. No matter how curious I am, that's no way to treat someone. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You weren't being insensitive. I just didn't want to talk about it. I don't spend much time talking about myself. Not to people, anyway.
If not people, then with who? Unpeople? Non-people?
Well, yes. I'm much more comfortable talking to anyone who isn't a person.
I was actually joking, but now I'm mystified. Who is it you like to talk to?
Dorte the horse.
Ah, of course. Good old Dorte. And does he understand what you tell him?
We understand each other. He tells me when he's sleepy, or when his stomach hurts, or if his nose itches.
Sounds like a complainer, that Dorte. But let's table this fascinating discussion for just a moment. Now that we've gotten in some small talk, I'd like to know what you're hiding. You are hiding something, right? Your lineage, perhaps?
No.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it's all just idle gossip, that's fine too. But if it's something silly like, my ancestors were cursed, therefore I'm cursed, you should know that I won't accept that nonsense. That sort of thinking is stupid, and that's all there is to it. Say your ancestors were thieves. Does that make you a thief, even if you've never stolen a thing? Of course not.
But people have burdens to bear from the moment they're born. My burdens are so big that I'm sorry, I can't discuss this anymore.
People certainly are born with burdens. She's right about that. But Marianne, don't you know that you can choose not to carry them?
Man, we're still in Claude supports. That's such a Claude L moment.
Hey, Leone. What are you up to?
Oh, come on! What did you do that for? Look, you ran my quarry off.
You were hunting? Is the dining hall that short on food supplies?
No, but I like to hunt every now and again. Keep my skills sharp.
I suppose so. You're from a family of hunters, right? Well, there's no shortage of prey to hunt around here.
True. Not many hunters around the monastery, huh? Rivers full of fish, trees bursting with fruit, mushrooms ready to harvest all over. It's the kind of place where you can really be self-sufficient. Guess we can thank the goddess for that.
I don't know. I'm more inclined to thank the bountiful earth than the goddess for such things. The goddess may offer spiritual guidance, but she doesn't fill our bellies, that's for sure.
Not a very noble-sounding thing, to disregard the goddess and honor the land.
Leone, whose grace do you suppose humans live by? The goddess, the nobility? I'd say it's neither. It's the endless bounty of this magnificent land that gives us life.
Won't hear me deny it. But who's to say it isn't the goddess whose protection makes nature thrive? I'm not the most devout person, but I'm not about to go around saying we don't need the goddess at all.
I said she gives spiritual support, didn't I? I wouldn't go so far as to say she's wholly unnecessary. But in Elmira, Dagda, Bridget, and plenty of other places, they don't believe in the goddess. Nature is a blessing
I'm about
that
to
knows
sneeze,
nothing
I
of
think.
borders. The goddess is the
Yes,
goddess,
you.
and the earth is the earth. They should both be revered as they are. Look,
Yes,
this
you.
is just my personal opinion. If you truly believe that everything depends on the goddess of Saros, that's your...
Hey, it's
That
fine.
was definitely
You
a
don't have to worry about me.
sneeze.
I'm a believer, but I know there are those who aren't. And I kind of like your way of thinking. Giving thanks to nature and all. It makes sense.
I knew a wild girl like you would be able to get behind an idea like that.
What? Like I'm feral or something?
Hey, you know, this kind of talk could be viewed as heresy if it was public.
Yeah, probably. We'll just have to keep it to ourselves.
Ha! Huh. Not bad.
You're quite skilled.
Shamir, what a rare treat for you to start a conversation for a change.
Is it?
It's not possible you came to ask for my help with something. Could it be you want to become closer friends?
Don't flatter yourself.
That's cruel. You could have at least hesitated a beat before answering.
Last we spoke, you were questioning whether or not you belong here.
You remember that, do you? Well, yes, I do think this is where I belong. For now. I have things that I want to achieve, and I can only do that by staying right where I am. That said, once I've done what I'm here to do, it's hard to say whether I'll stay or leave.
Should I stay or should I?
To belong.
That is true for most people. Life would be tedious if we knew what lies ahead. Whether or not you belong in a place can change at any time. As soon as you settle in somewhere new, you begin to question your decision.
That's true. I guess trying things out and searching for our own path is what life is about. And both of our paths have led us here. This is where we belong right now. Even if it's just a temporary coincidence, we should cherish it while it lasts.
What are you going on about now?
I'm just saying we should make the most of this time we have together, since we don't know how long it'll last. Once it's gone, it might never come back. Right?
Is this your sad attempt at flirting? I will admit, you're an interesting one.
Hey, Claude. Care to pick up where we left off? I got some time to kill.
You'll have to kill time on your own, I'm afraid. My calendar's full at the moment.
Ah, don't be like that. You're not afraid I'm gonna expose your true identity, are you? I would never. Besides, my own bloodline isn't so lofty that I can get away with something like that.
I bet your father would just love to hear you say that. And the Albrecht family is from a distinguished noble house, so I'm not sure what you mean.
Not as distinguished as you would think. And my mom wasn't born a noble.
Ah, the plot thickens. So, your mother was a commoner then?
In a sense, but it's complicated. Listen up, and I'll tell you a little story. You know Kupala, yeah? Those folks have been living in the mountains of Fodlan's throat for ages.
I know it well. Tales of that place were carried on the wind to where I grew up. Here's my favorite. In a land surrounded by tall mountains, untouched by civilization, lies a hidden village. The people who live there, the mystical Kupala tribe. They say that an ancient and powerful bloodline runs through their veins to this very day. Don't try to find them, people say, or you're liable to get hexed. Or so the tale goes. That part was probably added to spice up the story a bit, but even so, they're certainly a mysterious lot.
They don't leave their homeland too often, so it's only natural that strange rumors would arise.
And your mother, is she really some kind of Kupala princess or something?
Not a princess, but she was born and raised there. She left, got lost, and was rescued. By my dad. Ah, he fell head over heels for her. Made her his wife. That's when her troubles really started.
Did your father tell anyone where she was from?
Of course not. But it didn't matter. She was still a stranger of questionable lineage. The family treated her horribly. That eventually led to them splitting up and my dad remarrying.
That's not an uncommon circumstance for a noble house. Where is she now?
With nowhere else to turn, she went back to Kupala, even though my pops tried to convince her to stay.
I'm guessing you two left for much the same reason. Too hard to put up with the foul treatment, right?
That's part of it. If my mom had been Fodlan nobility, my life would have been very different.
So, what do you think? Did I drum up some empathy? After all, half of your blood comes from...
I hear you, Balthus. Can't say I don't empathize, though our circumstances are pretty different.
So you admit it then! I knew I was right about you. My instincts are second to none.
Your instincts, right. Look, if it makes you happy, you just go on believing whatever you want.
I'll do just that. Say, Claude, it'd be a shame if your true identity was exposed, yeah? A real shame. I'm thinking you better... set up a meeting between me and your mom? She was my first crush, after all.
Oh my
I had a
lord.
bad
Shut up!
day. I'm still haunted by the fact that I never had the chance to tell her.
That's bothersome. And that aside, you do know that time didn't exactly stop for her, right?
Not a problem, pal. Age is beauty.
Lorenz. Okay, let's hear what this bastard has to say.
So hungry. I gotta eat something.
Again, Raphael? Here, perhaps this will suffice.
Really? I can have this? But don't you need to eat after all that training?
We can't have you starving, can we? Your strength is a great asset. It would be a terrible loss if you fell faint in battle. Besides, no true noble can look upon the hungry with indifference.
Seriously? Wow, that's awful generous of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But listen while you eat. I believe it would benefit you to pay more attention to the way you carry yourself in the company of your betters. It is the duty of the nobility to protect the common folk. And, in return, the commoner is expected to show deference and respect. Naturally, I understand that there is a certain tendency toward familiarity because we are classmates. However...
Oh, that was tasty.
Raphael, did you hear a word I just said?
Oh, hey! I sent my little sis some of that fancy treat you gave me a while back. She wrote back to say that it was tasty and to thank you. So thanks.
That is excellent news. I'm pleased to hear that you both enjoyed it. But there's no need for you to thank me. It was actually a gesture of gratitude in the other direction, from me to you. Thanks to the wisdom of your words, I have begun to consider my approach to dining in a completely new way. Mealtime has proven to be ideal for the study of character. It is a tool I intend to make great use of as the leader of the Alliance.
Yep. It's just like I told you. Food tastes better when you eat with good company.
That's not quite what I meant. No matter. You are satisfied, I trust?
I could probably keep eating, but I'm ready to train. All right. Time to get back to it so I can protect my buddy Lawrence.
I've not quite gotten through to you, have I? It is not the duty of a commoner to protect a noble. That is fundamentally against the order of society.
But if you hadn't given me food just now, I couldn't have survived on the battlefield because I'd be too weak to train. Who'd take care of my little sis if I wasn't around? She'd probably end up starving to death as well. In a way, by feeding me, you're protecting her too.
It was only a little food. There's no need to get carried away.
You're a real decent noble, you know that? Worrying so much about my sister and all. All I gotta do is protect you. Then you protect everyone else, right?
I'm not certain your logic is sound, but your strength is undeniable. Very well. Do as you like. Dining certainly is a window to the soul. Eating with you has helped me to see that I've misjudged you. You're not some gluttonous simpleton. You are grateful for the protection the nobility offers, and eager to emulate our example.
You can shut up, Lorenz. Your support literally took decades.
Ignatz, hello. What are you up to?
You frightened me.
Oh, calm yourself. What is it that you're drawing?
I thought I'd jot down some sketches of everyone while they're training. And then later on, I'll try to practice their moves on my own. But I can't really concentrate on sketching if someone's watching me.
Just sketches, Well, even so, they're lovely. There's such life in them. It's as if they're moving on the page before my very eyes.
You really think so? You know, I always hoped to be an artist.
With skills like that, I'm quite certain you could easily make a living of it. And your demeanor is different when you draw. Bolder somehow. Ah, yes, there's an idea. Perhaps in the future you will join my retinue as my personal painter. Wait, have we not discussed this arrangement already? I had decided to take you into my service as a knight, had I not?
Becoming a knight was my father's idea. Being an artist is out of the question, I'm afraid.
So you've said. Well then, I suppose you shall simply have to become a knight, who also paints.
A knight who also paints?
I have seen your talent and can attest to it. Your gifts are too great to wither away in obscurity.
Wow, he's not being an asshole.
A knight with the rare gift of artistic talent would be most welcome in my employ.
I had never thought of that. Still, I don't understand why you'd want me as one of your knights. As a fighter, I'm unremarkable.
There is more to knighthood than combat. Courtly manners, a dignified bearing, and an aesthetic sensibility are also essential. A knight with an eye for art and the talent to create it is sure to improve the image of the nobility.
Lawrence, I'd never have guessed you were prone to such eccentric ideas. Thank you. I'm feeling a little more confident after hearing your kind words.
Oh, no cause for thanks. It is a noble's duty to provide guidance to those in need.
Whoops, I hit the B button instead of the A button.
Picking wildflowers? Seems such a common activity for someone like you.
To me, the most beautiful flower is the one that blossoms by its own strength. Lysithea, please accept this as...
I don't know what other Fire Emblem series is going on right now, YouTube, but I guarantee it doesn't have this much
Sorry. It's
support.
just that the thorns are a bit sharp, and I'm not a fan of killing nature.
True sympathy, even for the smallest wildflower. I admire your kindness. When you inherit your house, that kindness will be a balm to your subjects.
Shut up.
They and the neighboring lords will trust you instinctively.
Shut up.
Politics.
Just shut up.
Again.
Just shut up,
The Alliance has been
Lorenz!
harmed in the past by
Nobody
those who thought only of
cares!
themselves, who saw others as a means to an end. But you understand others' pain. With you around, I am quite hopeful that the Alliance
Copper,
will
what are you
flourish
doing?
again.
Copper, what are you doing?
That's not something you should get your hopes up about. House Ordelia will end with my father.
I'm sorry?
Lay down.
I understand you have a distaste for politics, but could you really allow a noble house 3
Just
centuries
shut
old to
up,
fall to ruin?
Lorenz!
This goes
Lay
beyond
down,
you
Copper.
and even
Copper,
your
lay
house.
down.
What would become of Fodlan if all its noble houses withered away in such a manner?
It would be
The
better!
people would be in disarray. The balance
be
of power
better.
would crumble. Chaos would rule.
No, it's just... my body, unfortunately, is not built to last. And I have no siblings. When I die, that's the end.
What?
Lay down.
Noble birth has been nothing but a source of pain for me. For me, and for my parents. We got sucked into the rebellion in the Empire, and it led to many responsibilities for us. The things we went through. I can hardly bear to speak of it. All I want now is to give my mother and father the chance to live out their years in peace. I intend to do whatever I can to ease the hardships of our people, while I still have life left in me. Naturally, I worry about what will come to pass after I'm gone. But I'm sure things will work out, so long as there are people like you around working so hard for a better future.
So you have been thinking of the future, even despite all of that. I am so sorry. I had no idea. Lysithea, I have offended you most persistently. Please find it in your heart to forgive my impudence.
Don't worry about it. If you're so insistent upon being my friend, I'm sure more tasty snacks and tea will help persuade me. But if speaking of the future holds such importance, better to find someone who actually has one.
I understand. Yes, let's take tea together again soon. What is it, Marianne?
I'm curious why you've been eating your meals near me as of late. I'm not much for conversation. I'm always at a loss for words, and I never know how to respond to questions.
Well, it's true that there are some who prefer a lively dinner table, but I prefer to eat in peace. With you, my meals are a relaxing experience. In fact, you're the most peaceful dining companion I've ever had.
Really?
There is a real grace and fluidity to your every movement. I greatly appreciate refined table manners. Observing you all this time, I believe I've realized what is so striking about you. Your beauty comes from the heart. It is an inner beauty. It is not some flamboyant pageantry, a product of external adornment or grooming. When I first noticed it, I thought that it could use some refinement, a little polish. But I was mistaken. You are perfect in your natural state, just as you are.
You think I'm beautiful? Just the way I am?
Certainly. To add a superficial luster on top of what you already possess would be offensively redundant.
No one's ever said anything like that to me before.
Alas, I am the only one with eyes. But perhaps it is for the best that your beauty not be revealed to all the world. Yes, it is certainly better that only I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, can appreciate your true magnificence. And on that note, I bid you farewell.
On this note, I despise you. I actually don't despise you, but just shut up.
But being called beautiful
Did you
just
just
the way I am,
flirt?
that was nice to hear.
Yeah, he was actually kind of being nice to her, for once. He was actually kind of being a good person. So, I don't know.
Ah, there's yet another option.
Lawrence, what are you doing?
Oh, hello, Hilda. I'm using these pieces to represent soldiers on the battlefield. This will allow me to better visualize concepts of strategy.
Very good. Is it fun?
Oh, it is utterly engrossing. Look, swap out just certain pieces for others, and the board completely changes. Then, even considering the same types of units, employing different individuals calls for a new set of plans.
This entire game is just Lawrence playing
Kind of see. It's
like
hard
a
for me to grasp really complex things like
board
this.
game.
Nonsense. It's thanks to your many requests that I've been adapting my fighting style of late. Working to accommodate you has convincingly
kind of
shown me how
overexposed,
essential
Kitty,
it
on the
is
camera.
to rethink tactics on a continual
Okay,
basis. After all, the risk of getting hurt is greatly reduced if you are prepared for any situation. So now I will be ready for anything.
Meow meow.
Lawrence, you're so wonderful, I'm at a loss for words. I'm not just saying that to flatter you either. Honestly.
Tell me something, Hilda. Did you make all of these ludicrous requests of me purely so that I might have the opportunity to develop myself? Because if so, I am deeply moved. Thank you for caring so thoughtfully and passionately for my personal growth.
You're welcome.
If you will permit me to return the favor, I do have one request to make of you. Will you hear me out?
I'm not usually one for fielding requests, but I can make an exception in your case, I suppose.
I would be so pleased to have the opportunity to observe you in action, in the heat of battle. Would you be so kind as to oblige me?
Oh,
The
very
cat
well.
opened the door.
You've convinced me. But if it gets too intense, you'll help me out, right?
Now I'll go close that door.
Hello, Leonie. Busy as usual, I see.
Yep, lots to do. Not like you fancy nobles. Hey, can't you see all this stuff I'm carrying? Come on, move over already.
Alas, I cannot comply with your request.
Can't even ask a noble to take a step to the side, huh? That's a joke, right? You're kidding.
You've injured your foot. I could tell immediately by the way you are favoring it.
What?
Heavy lifting will only worsen the injury. Please, permit me to examine it.
Hey, cut that out. Isn't that improper or something, bowing to a commoner?
I am not bowing to you. I am tending your wound.
That's not what it'll look like. Hey, it's fine. Leave it.
Easing the burdens of the common folk is a natural obligation of the nobility. Now hold still and keep quiet for a moment, if you would be so kind.
That's a real pretty way to talk about sitting around in castles doing nothing. Let me tell you, everyone in my village is so grateful to be taxed up to the eyeballs for the privilege of... Ow!
Oh, it's quite swollen. And you're feverish. Fortunately, I do have an ointment here that should be of use.
What? You just carry that stuff around with you?
Certainly. It won't do to be unprepared if I happen across someone in need.
I don't get you, Lawrence.
It seems I've neglected to pack bandages. I'm afraid this handkerchief will have to suffice.
What, that fancy thing? Bit of a waste, isn't it? Hey, no thanks. I don't need some noble's pity.
I mean, my 3DS
What about
after
the help
this
of a
support, I'm gonna
friend?
play Fire Emblem while playing Fire Emblem.
I am as much that as I am a noble, if you recall.
Fire Emblemception!
More of
Boom,
your
boom,
weird
boom,
logic.
boom, 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 boom!
That should ease the pain. And since you are recovering, allow me to carry this burden for you as well. There we are. Now, farewell.
Are you almost done now, Lorenz? How was it? Was he being an asshole in this support?
Oh no,
I mean, he was tending to her wound. Although she didn't want him to.
Oh! Oh, that... okay. Consent matters. Jesus Christ. We're not doing all the supports today, YouTube. We're just doing a good lot of them. There's only going to be 2 more videos after this where we're actually going to be able to do these supports before the time skip. So, yeah. Yeah. Me get up.
Hey, Ignatz? Hey, Ignatz is here. What's gotten into him? Hey! Ah! Hey, you've been acting weird lately. Are you sick or something?
Maple!
Raphael! No, I'm fine.
So what's going on with you? Are you worried?
About worried. It's just, you know, your parents.
Okay, you gotta make sure the recording's still working properly. It is not.
Ah! What is it?
I thought I told you to drop it. Just forget about it.
I can't just forget about it. You lost your parents. And when you were in need, my family did nothing to help you.
Well, what were they supposed to do about it? It's not like they killed my parents. And besides, that's what folks are
Windhell.
talking about.
I
What
still
the
can't
heck?
help but feel
This is your fault, Maple. You did this. Come on, catch your card. That's looking good. That's looking good. That's looking good. I hear. I see.
Look, if you want to do something, just be my pal like you used to. We can eat tasty meals together, play games, make jokes, and laugh until our bellies hurt.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Of course it is. We were friends before, and there's no reason we can't be friends now.
Raphael, thank you. And I'm sorry about before.
I keep trying. This is Fate's Revelation, by the way, YouTube. I'm on the wind map. I keep trying to use like Sabaki and Hannah, but they've died multiple times because with the thanks to the help of wind, they keep being pushed really far north, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Close the door, please! Okay, I'm not getting up to close the door again.
And I have to return them again.
Copper, you don't leave.
What's going on? Everything okay?
Just
I have a cat.
Lysithea?
I had a
wow.
cat.
Look at the mess you made.
Thank you for the assistance. I can take it from here.
Were you planning on carrying this much weight on your own?
Meow meow, I hear meow meow. I hear the meow
At least
meower.
ask for help.
They're all books I need for my studies, and it's my own responsibility. No need to involve others.
Where are
I'm
you?
happy to help you carry some of them. How about half? That's fair, right?
No, really, I have this. I am not incapable, and I'm not a child.
If you're not a child, then don't
As
act
smart
like
as you
one.
are, you sure are a silly person.
I'm so tough. I'm gonna stand my ground. I don't need help from anyone. And when things don't go my way, I'm gonna act all sad and moody.
Raphael, I think you're about to get
Are
slapped.
remarkably talented at channeling me.
Sorry. I was imitating my little sister. Her name's Maya.
You were also
She's
perfectly
way smart,
imitating
but
Lysithea.
she's
Even
pretty
Lysithea agreed.
Remind me of her. What I mean to say is that I want to help. So swallow your pride.
I like that support. I like this support so far, YouTube.
I'll be carrying this stack of books now. Got a problem with that?
Yeah. You seem obstinately determined to go against my wishes.
All right. Is this a good spot to drop them?
Hey, what are you doing? They need to be stacked neatly, otherwise they'll topple. This one needs to be rearranged, otherwise the rest won't fit properly.
Wow. Talk about picky.
You're the one who was so insistent on helping. If you're gonna help, do it right or don't bother.
Fine.
I will say Lysithea's kind of right with that one. That was actually kind of a funny support. I actually kind of like that one. Yeah.
Is that... Raphael?
Yeah, I get it. But you can't be so picky. You need some meat in your diet. I don't know if you can eat human food, but bug meat might be good for you. That's right. You need to eat plenty of bug meat if you want to get big and strong like me. No more sweets for you.
What? He's talking to a bird?
Huh? Is someone there? Oh, Marianne! You're right on time. This little birdie was telling me that he misses you. And, Aw, it flew off.
It appears so.
Why do you think birds fly away when there's more than one person around? Birds never seem to stay put unless I'm alone.
Birds are very cautious creatures. They tend to fly away when they're startled.
You mean they're afraid of loud noises? Oops, that was probably too loud for the birds.
Come on, Raphael. Keep it down. How's this? Do you think we'd be able to talk to birds together like this? I still haven't met a bird that can speak human. I was hoping you could introduce me.
Huh? I thought you were just talking to one.
I was mostly talking at him, not to him. He just said chirp chirp and stuff like that. I had no idea what he was talking about. I don't think he understood me either. Marianne, you always know which birds understand what you're saying, right? Next time you find a bird who understands you, I hope you let me know so I can join the conversation.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Let him talk to a bird, duh. Pretty easy choice. Okay, these Raphael supports aren't terrible. He's still my least favorite golden deer, though.
It's me, Raphael.
Oh, Raphael! I'll get the door. What are you up to? Oh, whoa! What an enormous crate! And look what's in it. Crystal vials, shiny rocks.
And I got this, too.
Oh, what a splendid flower. And so fresh. Hey, wait a second. Is that for your sister?
Yeah, I finally got my hands on something cute, just like you suggested.
That's so nice. But wait a second. Is this that flower from Fodlan's throat?
Of course. I had to run to make it back in time. It was a lot farther than I thought.
You ran all that way? And while we're on the topic, aren't these all Myron crystals? Such fine carvings on them. They must be the work of a true artisan. It couldn't have been easy getting your hands on these.
I figured I should follow your advice. You know more about what's stylish than I ever could.
Well done. I'm sure your sister will be pleased. All that's left is to make that necklace.
Yeah, about that. I don't know how to put it together. I've spent so long trying to figure it out that the flowers have started wilting. There are only a few nice ones left.
Huh. That's not good. I could try telling you how to make it, but you can't afford to lose any more flowers. Oh, all right. Looks like it's Hilda to the rescue. I'll take it from here.
Seriously? You're really gonna help me?
Sure. I make myself things from time to time, and this is definitely easier than teaching you how. But you owe me for this. I expect to be paid back.
Don't you worry about that. I'll find something really nice to pay you back with.
It couldn't have been easy finding all these trinkets. He must really love his sister. Still, older brothers can be so dense.
I don't know. Seth, are you dense? Are you so dense? Would your sister describe you as so dense?
What's he doing at that
No.
desk?
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Hey, are you studying? I thought you'd given up
You
on
too.
it.
I think we'll just
Nice
have to
hear.
trust Seth's word that he's not dense. That he's not the dense older brother.
What the?
But are you useful sometimes?
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Trained her at work.
I just got a thank you letter from my little sister.
Okay, maybe start from the beginning.
My little sister lives with my grandpa now. She's had to deal with so much since I decided not to take over the family business.
You might have to back up a bit more before this starts to make sense to me.
Our parents were merchants, but they died in an accident. We had some money saved at first, but Grandpa isn't healthy enough to work, and I'm not smart enough to work a job that requires much thinking.
That's really tough. Hard to make a fortune with just your strength, I'm sure.
I had to sell all our valuables just to pay my way here so I could become a knight.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
My sister wants the best for me, but she's the smart one in the family. She's the one that should be here. When I ask if she needs anything, she always says she's fine. She doesn't want to ask me for anything, because she knows I'm having such a hard time here.
She sounds like a great kid. So, what did the letter say?
It says she's happy and thankful for all the study materials I sent her.
That's good, right? Wait, where did you find extras?
I couldn't find any, so I just sent her mine. It's like you said, right? It's better to give them to someone who will use them instead of letting them go to waste.
Don't take this the wrong way, but don't you still kind of need those? Well, I guess if it makes her happy, it's worth it. Maybe I can scrounge something up for her too.
That's kind of a boring one.
My breath.
Careful. You're going to make yourself pass out.
Shamir? I'm so sorry.
Are you trying to breathe like I showed you? Not even close.
That, in-out-out technique sounds so easy, but it's
I don't
not
know
easy
if
at
he's
all.
so mean about it.
It's only easy for me because I put in the time to
It
practice.
is Shamir. She's
You need to
not
practice
mean,
if you
she's
want it to
blunt.
work.
There's a difference.
Oh yeah? Really? So I should be able to do it if I just practice.
Yes.
I see. I see. You had no presents. Again.
Yes. Sometimes my presence fades without even trying. It can be a nuisance.
One of these days, I'm gonna do it. Just like you.
Seems unlikely. But keep practicing.
Now that one was a little bit meaner.
Yeah. Got it. Thanks.
Stop doing it while you're talking. It's disturbing.
I agree with Shamir.
Oh, hey, it's you. Going for a walk again today?
No, I'm on cooking duty today, and I have to head into town for some groceries.
All on your own? I'd better go with you. I'd be worried if you went by yourself.
No, please, I can manage on my own.
But won't you have a hard time carrying everything back?
Not at all. I'll be fine. I'm just replacing a few ingredients. Also, I may not look it, but I'm actually quite strong. I've been exercising every day.
X'd it out.
You don't look it. Your biceps are a fraction of the size of Raphael's. If you
Yeah.
start fumbling around under the weight of all the groceries, and then you trip and spill everything everywhere... Look, I'm just saying that could be your future. It could happen. It doesn't look pretty.
That's what you think of me, huh?
Yep. You're honestly a bit of a mess.
I see.
Bruh.
If
At least she's honest.
Oh, knock it off with the wounded puppy dog eyes. As though I'm some sort of villain in your story.
I'm sorry. That wasn't
You are
my
being an
intention.
asshole, though, for no reason,
I'm
like
just a bit
Cynthia.
sensitive, that's all. You're
Like,
talking
this
like you
is
don't respect me.
completely uncalled for. Like, what the hell
So
are
now
you
it's my
doing?
fault?
This is why this is why
how
everyone
promising
considers you a
are,
child.
There's so much you're incapable of. You can play at being a mature adult, but it only ever complicates things, and that's exactly what makes you
Bruh,
look
just
like
shut up!
Oh, enough already! Would you just leave me alone?
Raphael's not my least favorite golden deer. It's like Scythia.
far that time. But he's so stubborn despite his ineptitude.
Lorenz is
He can't
also
just let it
pretty
be.
low
He's
tier.
so foolish, constantly making a mess of things. Wait, but then...
No matter how much we stretch, some things are always beyond us. I think it's fine to be vulnerable and ask for help sometimes.
What he said to me before. To everyone else, do I seem just like Ignatz?
No, you don't seem like Ignatz. Ignatz isn't an asshole for no reason.
Hey, Marianne? Are you there?
Yes.
I mean,
Can I help you?
I don't know.
Do you have a minute?
Huh? Oh,
It's more complex because of Lysithia's
Then, if you don't mind,
conditions.
would you come with me for a moment?
So, did you need something from me?
Yes, indeed. I have an urgent request.
Have I done something?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. Really, you don't have to worry.
Is the next map the snow one?
Would you close your eyes, please?
Then how will I know?
I think I'd rather pay attention to supports
Just
than
take
play
my
that.
hand. That's it. There, right there. Perfect. Now open your eyes.
Ah, the town is glowing from the sunset.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful?
Very much so.
I was looking at it earlier and I thought to myself, I have to show Marianne.
But why me?
Because you're always looking at your shoes. You never get a chance to appreciate the scenery.
Oh,
See, the best thing about the scenery is, it's always changing. With the weather, the time of day, the season. So every view is unique. Never to be repeated. If no one sees it, it's lost.
I'm not playing the
could have
snow
just
map.
enjoyed it on your own.
I wanted to share this beautiful landscape with you.
Thank you. I'm not sure what to say.
Hey, that's okay. I won't try to express this beauty in words either. Just look and remember. This will make for a nice memory. And maybe remember that I was here too.
I will. I really will.
Yeah, we're probably gonna finish up the Ignat supports and be done with this video, YouTube.
Hello there, Ignatz.
Yes. Hello, Hilda. What's the matter?
Oh, it's just that I'm looking for a book. I can't seem to find it anywhere. I think it might be on one of the high shelves. Could you give me a hand?
I'm really sorry, but actually... Some people got hurt while training in magic. I'm rushing to grab some medical supplies.
Whoa, that sounds serious. Don't let me stop you in that case.
Thanks. I'll be right back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what was the book you were looking for?
Is everyone okay?
Yes, it turned out to just be some scrapes and bruises. Oh, is that the book?
Yes, I went and grabbed a ladder. That made the book much easier to find.
You could have just asked someone else for their help.
Well, you said people were hurt, so I just figured everyone had more important things to do. Honestly, I don't love heights. It was a bit scary up there, but here we are. I managed.
I see. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't help.
Why are you apologizing, silly? Surely first aid is more important.
I thought you might wait for me to come back, that's all.
Oh, but giving first aid, that's not an easy job. I figured you'd be worn out. The last thing I want is to push you too hard.
That's thoughtful of you, Hilda. Thanks for watching out for me.
Oh, don't mention it. Do my cleaning again and we'll call it even. You did such a lovely job last time. The floor was practically sparkling. I swear the air even tasted cleaner.
I'm glad you liked it. You're really good at giving compliments, you know that? I suppose that's why everyone's so eager to help you with things.
Exactly. By heaping praise on people, they're more eager to help me in the future. Oh, but that's not what's happening here. I was really, truly impressed by your cleaning skills.
I wish I had everything figured out like you.
Who's there? Oh, hey, Ignatz.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Relax. You're not interrupting.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were training out here.
I sometimes come here to practice by myself. It's more like a real battlefield, you know? Shooting the targets in the yard lets you train your aim and all, but the tension just isn't the same.
You're right. A real battlefield feels quite different. But if that's the atmosphere you want, I feel even more like I'm intruding.
Oh, knock it off. You're already here. May as well stick around while I catch my breath.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. Sorry to bother you.
You know you've said you're sorry about a dozen times since you got here.
Oh, I'm so...
It's fine. I guess it's part of your charm. Hey, what's that bundle of papers? Oh, did you come here to paint? I remember now. Someone said you're a great artist. You paint a lot, right?
Yes. Yes. When I have the time, that is. I enjoy painting. It helps me relax.
Oh, well, that could be your thing.
My thing? Huh? What do you mean?
Last time we talked about it, you said you didn't have a thing you were really amazing at. But if you like painting so much, it must be a skill you're looking to master.
My paintings are nothing but a hobby. Besides, I'm not that good. I never took art lessons. When I was little, I drew a picture for a young girl. The picture made her so happy that I decided to keep at it. That's how it started.
So you're practicing your art to make other people happy? Is that it?
Oh no, that's an overstatement. I must insist again, it's just a hobby. Even if I were to become a master artist, it wouldn't be a useful skill.
Aren't you from a merchant family employed by the nobles? I think it would be really useful there.
I'm not inheriting the business. My brother is. My father said that I'm to become a knight. So my art won't do anyone any good. At all. Ever.
Oh, Ignatz.
Ignatz, I am having a request.
Huh? For me?
Yes, only you can be helping me.
Something only I can do? That's a lot of pressure. What's it about?
I want to borrow your lens, your glasses. I have curiosity.
Oh, you want to try my glasses? All right.
I have so much gratitude. I will be trying them now.
So, Petra, what do you think?
The world appears blurred. Oh, my head feels dizzy. The danger for being sick is now very high.
What? Petra, take them off. If you lean on me that hard, I'm going to... Ah! How are you feeling?
I am feeling much better now. You have my thanks.
You're welcome? I guess you shouldn't wear glasses unless you need them.
Yes. I do not have friendliness with glasses. Like heroes' relics, only certain people can be using them.
Glasses are like heroes' relics. What a funny thing to say.
It is not for a joke. I was saying the truth. Your glasses are only for you to use. But I give thanks for you showing them to me.
Petra's always so serious. Relics, glasses. I never thought about it like that.
Okay, looks like one more, two more. Jeez, he has supports with both of those two. That's crazy.
Excuse me.
That's crazy. Crazy. I was no.
Do you need something?
Yes. I was curious about the world beyond Fodlan.
Oh.
You came from somewhere outside Fodlan, right? I'm curious about your homeland, what kind of place it was. And I thought you might...
I will not.
Sorry?
There's no point in me telling you about it.
I see. All right then.
Wait. You misunderstand. Hearing me tell stories about the things I've seen? What good is that? That's just my experience. If you want to know about the world, you need to experience it for yourself. Is what I meant to say.
Oh, that's what it was. That's good.
How so?
I thought maybe you didn't like me.
Is that what you think? In your experience, do I seem to dislike you? If you can't determine something as simple as that, then you would gain nothing from the outside world.
Oh, I don't actually know. I'm not very good at reading people, I guess.
Ask me. I'm right here.
I'm not that brave. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. I'll be going now.
Not brave enough to ask a simple question. Or does he just not care?
No, it's the first option.
Yeah, it's the first option. I can confirm it is the first option. And this will end out this video where we spent literally
what you doing?
over an hour on supports, you two.
Cyril, hello.
Because that's 3 houses for ya.
Are you off to work right now?
I'm gonna get a bucket and
Play
get rid
the
of that big
snow
puddle
map, the
everybody
damn
keeps
snow
walking
map.
around.
I'll play this piece of
Oh,
trash.
you're getting rid of the puddle over there? That's a shame.
I'll actually use Hey Otto because he's not under level.
I've quite enjoyed looking at the puddle. But pay me no mind. The work needs doing. I know.
You can only use 6 goddamn units in this map. This map's so
What's so nice
bad.
about it?
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
look at it. With the addition of the puddle, the whole landscape has changed dramatically. Plus, it's perfectly unique. No two puddles are
I
alike.
used to defend Fate's
Like, we'll
Revelation
never again
so
hit the water
much.
in quite that way.
And I will
This
still
whole
defend
landscape
the
is unique, in
second.
fact.
I will still defend the
Here,
gameplay of
now,
the second
for us to
half
enjoy.
for the most part.
It didn't
But this
exist a moment
first
ago,
half
and
is
it
irredeemably
won't exist in a
bad.
moment.
This is bad.
I guess you're right, huh? Weird. I never thought about the rain that way. How it makes the world look different, and how that's kind of special, I mean.
Your mood just brightened, Cyril. And that made the world a little brighter, didn't it? And that's the other thing about looking at a landscape. The view is affected by the viewer's feelings.
Huh. Maybe you're right. When I remember it, I think Elmira was a real dull and lonely place. Once you're out of the city, there's nothing but the plains and sky, and they stretch out.
Ew.
You can lose yourself out
Bless.
there. That's the kind of place
Thank
it
you.
is. It's strange.
I
When
never said I was
remember it
blessing
now,
you.
even though it's lonely, it also seems real.
No, but
pretty,
she
too.
said blessed.
Maybe the
You
Yeah,
didn't
image in your
I just
specify.
said bless. I never
affected
said
by
what
your
I was
emotional
blessing.
state.
It could be blessing something in
Anyway,
Fire Emblem.
It sounds
Fates
fascinating.
for the
And
Nintendo
this
3DS.
boundless sky. That's Elmira, huh?
How do you think
The
about
thought of
that?
It makes my pulse quicken.
Yeah, but you said blessed, so technically
You're
you're
a
just
big
blessing
weirdo,
everything.
Ignaz.
Am I?
I don't remember
suppose I
asking
am.
for your opinion.
Sitting around talking about how pretty puddles are?
Well, when you put it like that. Still, I'd love to see Elmira someday. Cyril, after the war, would you
I did
go
the
there
wrong
with me?
thing. It's going to cost
We
me
can
this
make some
damn
memories of your
attempt.
homeland that aren't all
Or not.
dull and lonely.
I don't know. Maybe, but yeah, I'll think about it.
That's it. That's it. Good. Bye!